Hello everyone, myself Sana and I'm going to explain the topic on user interface design, that is impact of screen size and resolution on user interface design. Here is the introduction to the screen size and resolution. The screen size is the physical dimensions of a device's display and resolution is the number of pixels used to display the interface. While its importance is to UI must adapt to ensure usability across the different devices like smartphones, tablets and also desktops. Why this screen size matters? Because it affects how users will perceive and interact with the user interface. While the small screen require compact designs, while large screens allow for more detailed layouts. Examples of the content sales scales on the phones versus desktops. Here is the screen size and resolution are critical factors in the user interface design. These elements will influence how users interact with the digital products, and understanding their impact can enhance the usability and also the user experience. While user experience consists of storytelling, engagement, objectives, usability, and interface consists of layout, visual design, branding, and also the interactive design. Definition of the screen size: that the screen size refers to the diagonal measurement of a display, typically in the inches, and also it affects how much content can be displayed simultaneously. Larger screens often allow for more complex layouts and also the detailed visuals. Definition of resolution is: resolution indicates the number of pixels displayed on the screen expressed as width x height. Higher resolutions provide sharper images and more detail. Resolution impacts readability and the overall aesthetic of UI elements. And let us discuss how the screen size and resolution influence the UI design decisions. When designing the user interfaces, the screen size and resolution are pivotal factors that affect the decisions related to the layout, control size, and readability. Below is an explanation of their influence. In the layout design, the screen size will matter because in the smaller screens, for example, smartphones require the compact layouts that prioritize the essential content, use the single column design and the vertical scrolling to make the navigation, avoid the overcrowding by implementing the collapsible menus and cards. In the larger screens, for example, like desktops and tablets will allow the multi-column layouts and also the additional white space for a cleaner look. Enable the advanced features like dashboards or sidebars. Use the visual hierarchy to guide the user's focus. In the resolution, high resolution screens offer more space, enabling the designers to display more detailed visuals and larger layouts. In the control size, while in the smaller screens, controls, for example buttons and also sliders, need to be touch friendly, typically sized between the 40px and 60px to accommodate the fingerprint precision. Use the padding and also the spacing to avoid the accidental inputs. While in the larger screens, controls can be more diverse in size but must remain visually consistent with the layout. Larger screens may also accommodate smaller, like more detailed controls, particularly when a mouse or stylus is used. While in the resolution, high pixel density enhances the clarity of controls, making them easier to interact with even at the smaller sizes. Low resolution screens might need larger controls to maintain usability and avoid the blurred edges. While in the readability, the screen size in the smaller screens, typography needs to be larger and legible at a glance. Font sizes of 16px or more are generally recommended for body text. Avoid the long blocks of the text. Break the content into the smaller chunks. While in the larger screens, typography should scale proportionally to maintain the readability at viewing distances. Use the wider line spacing and consistent alignment to enhance the readability. In the resolution, high resolution screens improve the text sharpness, reducing the eye strain and improving the reading experience, while in the low resolution screens may render the text blurry, requiring the larger font sizes and the simpler typography. In the resolution and pixel density is a more pixels per inch lead to sharper visuals. High resolutions, for example 4K, that is demand higher quality assets for the clarity. Low resolutions can cause the blurriness or distortion in visuals. The challenges in the user interface design is consistency across diverse devices is hard to maintain, and different aspect ratios can alter the layouts. High resolution graphics may increase load times, impacting the performance. Impact on the usability, that the screen size and resolution can significantly affect the usability and user engagement. A larger screen may offer a more immersive experience, while smaller screens require streamlined content. And the designers must consider that how different sizes affect the navigation and the interaction. Here is the design considerations for smaller screens. Focus on the critical content first. Use the large touch-friendly buttons and initiative navigation. Simplify the interface by minimizing the clutter and avoiding the unnecessary elements. And here is the design consideration for the large screens. Take advantage of the additional space with the well-organized layouts. Use the split screen or multitasking features where appropriate. Ensure the UI remains engaging and easy to navigate. Here is the responsive design principles. That responsive design is adjust the UI dynamically to fit the screen size. The techniques that include media queries, CSS rules for different screen sizes, flexible grids, that layouts that adapt the proportionally, scalable images, avoid the fixed dimensions for better scaling. Responsive designs ensures that UI elements adapt to various screen sizes and resolutions. This approach improves an accessibility across devices from smartphones to the larger monitors. Utilizing the flexible grids and scalable images is essential in responsive design. Here is the mobile versus desktop interfaces. That mobile interfaces often prioritize the simplicity due to limited screen space, while the desktop interfaces can accommodate more content and complex interactions. Understanding these differences helps the designers create tailored experiences for each platform. And the touch versus click interaction, that is, touch interactions on smaller screens require larger, well-spaced user interface elements, while in the click interactions on desktops can utilize the smaller buttons and links. The difference in the interaction methods influences the layout and design decisions. Here is the visual hierarchy and the layout, that the screen size and resolution affect the visual hierarchy of the UI elements. The larger screens allow for more distant separation between elements, enhancing the clarity. Designers must strategically place the content to guide users' attention effectively. In the testing and interaction, the testing designs across various screen sizes and resolutions is crucial for optimal performance, and in the user feedback can reveal the usability issues that may not be apparent in a single format. Iteration based on testing results helps refine the user experience. Future trends in the user interface design is, as the technology advances, screen sizes and resolutions continue to evolve. Designers must stay informed about trends such as foldable devices and high DPI displays. Anticipating these changes can lead to more resilient and adaptable user interface design. At last is the conclusion. In the key insights, that the screen size matters because the dimensions of a screen influence how content is displayed, impacting the layout choices, touch targets and usability, while in the resolution affects the clarity because high resolutions enable the sharper visuals but require the careful scaling to ensure the text and elements remain readable. In the responsive design is the essential because adapting the interfaces for different screen sizes and resolutions ensures consistent user experience across the devices. Balance is the key, where a well-designed interface balances aesthetics and functionality, accounting for screen size, resolution, and user needs. Thank you, everyone.